Good morning. We are here in the Dominican Republic, Amber Cove. We just docked. We're physically in our room still, but we are getting ready to go off on shore. We are gonna head up to the Lido deck to get some breakfast, probably at Tomodoro, get some arepas and maybe huevos rancheros. And then we're going to head onto the island. Our plan today at Amber Cove, we've not been to this part of the Dominican Republic, so I think we're gonna stay at the port because we hear there's a really cool pool with a bunch of features and amenities and shopping. I've even heard there may be zip lining there. Not sure we're gonna do that, but I love zip lining, but we gotta see how expensive that is. But they have lots of things to do here right at the port, and we've heard good things. So we're gonna try that today. And they had lots of cool tours as well, but it's going to be 90 degrees. And it just didn't seem like something we wanted to spend extra money on to be really, 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 really hot. So let's go explore Amber Cove. We're gonna check everything out in the area, in that little area there, and let's see how we like it. I've been to the Dominican Republic before, and the last time we came, this was not developed. And we did do an excursion. We went to a resort. That was really nice, except the resort got confused as to why we were there. We had wristbands and they tried to throw us out 2 times. And I had to pull out as much Spanish as I know to get us to stay. So I thought that was really crazy. And I remember, this was years ago, but it kind of was a little traumatic. And so there's that side note. It was fun, beautiful resort. Also, they had lots of cool like waterfall things. If you're into monkeys, Monkeyland is on the itinerary for a lot of the excursions. You'll go do something and then you go to Monkeyland, but we're not a big fan of monkeys, so we're gonna not do that. Okay, so we did get the arepas and they were super good. I think I'm hitting a point in the cruise though where I need to slow down and not eat as much. So tomorrow we're gonna do 1 arepa instead of 1 arepa and 1 huevos rancheros because that's just like way too much food for me now. But what's really cool is Tomodoro or Blue Iguana Cantina rarely has a line for that arepa huevos rancheros. So that's like a huge hack if you're like in a hurry or you're just looking for a really scrumptious breakfast. Highly recommend using that line. Breakfast burrito line usually has a little bit more, there's usually more people in line, but it's still really good too. Also a little bit more food. So if you're looking for something heavier, the burrito. But as you can see, there's no line, so it's pretty cool. All right, we are here in Amber Cove. We are next to the celebration. Okay, we made it onto the island. We are walking towards the port, and they did have an option for like a little ride to the end, which is not a very long walk, but they do work on tips, so there's no set price. You can just tip them and take that, so it's a complimentary tips only. But this is not a very long walk, and actually it's really pretty. So we opted to walk it, at least going in. On the way back, maybe we will take them on their offer to do a ride. Welcome to Amber Cove. Gonna head through the duty-free shop. Per the usual on these type of ports. We rented a chair in the VIP area here at the Coco Cana Lounge pool, which is right here at the port. And our rental was $35 a piece, and it included these cushy chairs, an umbrella. We got a blue pool float and free Wi-Fi. So kind of a cool deal. Also, there has been a waiter coming by from the Coco Cana Lounge getting us drinks, and we opened a tab. I'm drinking the Long Island iced tea. It's really good. It also feels good when you put a little on you. So anyway, it is about 90 degrees out here, or it's going to be. here, and I'm really craving a hamburger. A hamburger. That sounds delicious. I love it. Some of the food they have. They have some Mexican food, some dessert, some tostones, guava bread pudding, chicken fajitas, a chicharron sampler, which I want, but it has lime seasoned pork belly and I can't have lime, and it's so tragic. But this looks so scrumptious. I'm looking at the Coco Cana shrimps, so pretty excited about that. All right, I got the coconut shrimp, and I got extra sauce and fries. This was $23. All right, so as part of this VIP area, we had access to the water slide and the pool here. There was an attendant who helped us all day along with a waiter, which was awesome. They do have restrooms. And then this part of the pool was like a walk-in, shallow, zero entry pool with a little bit of like a, it's not a lazy river, but it kind of had a lazy river vibe to it. And then the kids splash pad, there's lots of kids in it still, so I'm not gonna get too close because I don't wanna film anyone's kids. But they did have a good sized splash pad with a Nathan's hot dog stand here. So lots of good things here. And this was all, these chairs here were all included, so you didn't have to pay extra, but there are no umbrellas over here. So if you wanted an umbrella, we did pay $35 a person. I think it was 100% worth it because we didn't want any additional sun. We're a little bit toasty as it is, and we loved being by the pool with all of the DJ, the party. It was just super fun and relaxing. But as you can see, it's a fairly large pool, and they had, you know, like little places where you could get drinks and things if you weren't in that like VIP area. They also have zip lining, which was going above our heads across the pool and up to there. You can see the cabanas that were behind us. And so that's this whole area, again, complimentary. Umbrellas were extra. And if you rented a cabana, they ranged in prices. I saw some for $300 on up to $1,000, depending on kind of what you were picking and the day and the time that you were sailing. So they did have a hut here where you could rent pool floats. We did get pool floats with our chair rental, which was really nice. So full accessories, like, so the umbrellas were $22, pool floats were $12, noodles $5, and then they do have lockers here. So again, we also got Wi-Fi all day. Their package here was $8, and they're saying their cabanas were $480 to $2,000. So I do think that VIP area was quite worth it when you add up all the things that we got. Zip lining was $28. So they also, you could, all this was right here off of the port, and you could see these cabanas in the water. Those were ocean cabanas. Those are about $500 each, but you have it for the whole day. That would be neat. But honestly, I really liked being here by the pool where everybody was at. Both Carnival ships were here, so it was quite packed, and we were here with an extra large, the Carnival celebration, so it was definitely bigger, and they had a lot more passengers. So it got really full really fast. If you plan to come to the pool, my recommendation, if you're gonna get free chairs, is to get here absolutely as early as possible and get your spot. You might be able to find a palm tree for shade if you're not looking to spend any extra. We got here onto the island about 9:30. We were cleared to come here at 8, so an hour and a half late, and we got one of the last VIP sections available. So kind of keep that in mind. If you're planning to come to the pool, you definitely want to get off the ship and get here as soon as you can. Here is that pricing guide again. just as a reference. They have it little spa here where you can get your feet nibbled on by fish. No, they'll probably kill them.
I might get drunk.
This is Amber Cove Aqua Zone. So when we got off the ship, we went to the right. And then if you turn left, they have a bunch of shopping here. And we're just gonna do a quick little loop around because we don't have a ton of time before we need to be back up on board. But this area is quite large, actually. This really pretty waterfall. They have like these little alcove areas. It's very pretty. Nice and quiet in here. So again, lots of little shops here in the port. Jewelry store. Gift shop. We have Effie, which is like a Carnival staple, and you can get that on board the ship as well. And down here, another jewelry store. Like fountains and some interesting looking masks. So lots of jewelry stores. There is an Alamo car rental and a pharmacy here, which is good if you need anything. Because the ship doesn't have a whole ton. I mean, they have some, but it kind of is nice that they have that option here in the port. So that's kind of, this is just a quick look here at all the things that they have. If you are looking for a passport stamp, they have that. I don't believe it is a true passport stamp, so before you get your passport stamp, check to make sure it doesn't make it invalid, because sometimes these souvenir stamps can invalidate your passport, so be sure to not do that. But we have some bands playing at this restaurant here, another Coco Cana Lounge, and a t-shirt store. Lots of cool things. If you are going to go on a tour or need a taxi or something like that, there is the gate there. And then they have all of these cool little stores here. You're here checking out. So overall, I think we both enjoyed this port a lot more than Grand Turk. I think there's more to do here. They have more activities, more than just a pool, and I think the pool itself is a little bit nicer. The chairs were nicer. Everything was just really cool. So we really enjoyed Amber Cove, and I would love to come back and do this again sometime. And I would totally just stay here at the cruise port again. It's definitely worth it. We almost did a tour and opted out of that, and I'm kind of glad we didn't go because we just really had a nice, relaxing port day. To get back on the ship, we are going to go through the duty-free store and then back onto the Venezia.
Are we done?
I think so.
Tell me the lesson.
ends our day here in the Dominican Republic. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, because that is the absolute biggest compliment you can get. And we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.